You open your brokerage app. Red numbers stare back at you. Your stomach drops. You ask yourself, what did I do wrong? But the real question is far stranger. What if you did everything right, and the game was still stacked against you? Most people believe the stock market is a meritocracy. Companies that perform well get rewarded. Smart investors get rich. Hard work and research pay off. But that story is missing a few chapters. The market is not a level playing field. It never has been. Every day, millions of trades happen in fractions of a second. Algorithms battle algorithms. High-frequency traders see your order before it fills. They front-run you without you ever knowing. The system was built for speed, not fairness. But speed is just the beginning. Think about the fees you pay. Every trade costs something. Every fund takes a slice. Over 30 years, those small percentages can eat half your returns. Half. That is not an exaggeration. John Bogle, the founder of Vanguard, calculated it clearly. He called it the tyranny of compounding costs. You work, you save, you invest, and the house takes its cut year after year. And then there is the emotional toll. When the market crashes, your brain screams at you to sell. When it rallies, you want to buy at the top. This is not weakness. It is biology. Daniel Kahneman won a Nobel Prize for showing that loss aversion is wired into your nervous system. Losing $100 hurts twice as much as gaining $100 feels good. The market knows this. The media knows this. They feed on your fear. Now, look at the data. Over the past 100 years, the stock market has gone up about 10% per year on average. But the average investor earns far less. Far less. Why? Because they jump in and out. They chase performance. They sell low and buy high. It is the opposite of what works. And it happens over and over again. The academic case is even more unsettling. Eugene Fama and his colleagues at the University of Chicago developed the efficient market hypothesis. They argued that all known information is already priced into stocks. If they are right, picking individual stocks is essentially a coin flip. No amount of research gives you a lasting edge. The market is too efficient for any single person to beat it consistently. But wait, if the market is so efficient, how do some people get rich? How do hedge funds and billionaires outperform? The answer is uncomfortable. Many of them don't. Not over the long term. The vast majority of active fund managers fail to beat their benchmark after fees. Year after year, the data is the same. Less than 10% succeed over a decade. The ones who do often took enormous risks that could have wiped them out. Richard Thaler, another Nobel laureate, showed that mental accounting tricks us into making poor decisions. You treat your house money differently from your bonus money. You treat your portfolio as separate piles instead of one whole. This leads to strange behaviors. You hold on to losing stocks because you don't want to admit failure. You sell winning stocks too early because you want to lock in gains. Both instincts are wrong. Both cost you money. So what does a smart person do? The answer is counterintuitive. Stop playing the game. Stop trying to win. Instead, buy the entire market. Own a tiny piece of every company. Own the index. This is the strategy John Bogle championed. It is boring. It is simple. And it is devastatingly effective. By owning the index, you eliminate the risk of picking the wrong stock. You eliminate the fees of active management. You eliminate the need to time the market. You just sit back and let the economy grow. Over 50 years, the S&P 500 has returned about 11% annualized. With low fees, you keep almost all of that. With active funds, you lose a third to fees and taxes. But here is the modern mirror. You see financial influencers on social media boasting about their million-dollar trades. They flash luxury cars and private jets. They tell you that you are missing out. They tell you that passive investing is for losers. They are wrong. They are selling a story, not a strategy. Their money comes from clicks, not returns. Yours comes from real savings and real time. The institutions know this. Pension funds and endowments allocate the majority of their money to index funds. They know that active management is a loser's game over the long run. They play the long game. And so should you. Now, ask yourself this. When you check your portfolio tomorrow, what will you feel? If the market is up, will you feel clever? If it is down, will you feel foolish? Neither feeling is valid. The market's daily mood is just noise. It is the weather, not the climate. Your job is to ignore the weather. Here is the most powerful shift you can make. Automate your investments. Every month, on the same day, buy the same index fund. Do not look at the price. Do not check the news. Just buy. This is called dollar-cost averaging. It removes emotion from the equation. It forces you to buy more when prices are low and less when they are high. Over time, you capture the average price, which is exactly what you want. But what about the risk of a crash? Yes, crashes happen. They always have. They always will. But every crash in history has been followed by a recovery. The market has never failed to reach new highs eventually. That is not a guarantee of future performance, but it is the strongest pattern we have. The real risk is not losing money in a crash. The real risk is selling at the bottom and staying out forever. Think about the great financial crisis of 2008. Those who stayed invested recovered their losses within 5 years. Those who sold missed the greatest bull run in history. They locked in their losses. They let fear make the decision. You do not have to be one of them. Here is another hidden cost. Inflation. It silently erodes your cash. Every year, your money buys less. If you keep everything in a savings account, you are guaranteed to lose purchasing power. The stock market is your best defense against inflation. Over long periods, stocks have outpaced inflation by a wide margin. But only if you stay invested. Now, let's talk about the real rig. The market is designed to favor the patient. It punishes the impatient. The fees, the volatility, the media noise, all of it is designed to shake you out. The house knows that most people cannot handle the swings. So they collect the fees and wait. They are playing a game of endurance. They know you will quit long before they do. Your only edge is time. Time is the one thing you have that the institutions do not. They answer to quarterly earnings. They answer to clients who can withdraw at any moment. You, on the other hand, have decades. You can wait out the downturns. You can ignore the panic. That is your superpower. So when you open your brokerage app tomorrow, and you see red numbers, you will remember this. You will remember that the game is rigged. But you will also remember that you have the one tool that beats the rig. Time, discipline, and a boring index fund. You did not do anything wrong. The game was always stacked against you. But now you know how to play it. Not to beat it. To outlast it. And that is the only winning move. Open your app again. The red numbers are still there. This time, you smile. You close the app. You go about your day. Because you know the truth. The market can take your money, but it cannot take your patience. And patience is the one thing it cannot buy.